Good morning. I really like I just rolled out of bed because I did. All right. No,
Girl,
I was putting my headphones on and off.
I was
Shut
gonna
up.
say if you don't get it together,
Good morning,
I look
everybody. It's
crazy.
the struggle. Look, I was in the bathroom. I'm like, "No, isn't this almost 8 o'clock? Where? Okay, let me hurry up.
We live already? Oh damn! All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So, oh, wait, my first one. I think we are. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Good morning. Good morning
Morning.
to episode 5 of Reptiles and Cocktails. The really funny thing is it dying? So the really funny thing is that is it connected? It said it was when I hit connect. All right. Are you sure? Okay, cool. All right, good. All right, moving on. Good morning, Dre.
Good
So
morning.
this is going to be a fun one because we're going to be talking about this weekend. Literally, we're still here. We don't fly out until later this evening, but we're going to be talking about multiple things about this weekend's
Yeah.
NARBC. So multiple things. So if you haven't already, go ahead and share this out. Share it out on Facebook. Um, because some of the message that I want to leave today, Dre, is the importance. I know people see the turn up, right? Because it is important to turn up,
Right,
but
but the importance of
the
the whole
importance,
point of the show.
exactly, and it's deeper. Like even for somebody who's into reptiles, such as myself, it's deeper than just coming to Tinley. Like who would pay all this money? Because it's not a inexpensive
For sure. And
trip.
I got my little points I want to make too, regarding the auction and everything like that and
Okay.
why it's important, just like you said. So for sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good topic.
Yeah, so it might be a lot. So I was looking for some reason. I just want to make sure I don't know if it's a technical thing. Okay, so y'all can see it. So Dre, you can see it. For some reason, I can't comment. So Dre, you're gonna have to hold down the comments. I don't know why.
Got you. Got my
I
phone
can see
right
the
here, so I
comments.
got you.
I just can't say or type anything in. So, hey Esteban, hey Mike. I know a lot of people are going to be seeing this later because a lot of people are traveling in from Tinley. And a lot of people are going to be coming on. So I would say, let's start for me. This was definitely better than the March Tinley in the most unimaginable way. It was better than the March Tinley.
It was better than March Tinley. October normally is better than March Tinley. But also I think this was my favorite Tinley experience overall.
Well, so that's what I was going to say. So I was talking to, I think it was actually, who was that? Oh, it actually was Jeremy. And I think for years October was the best Tinley,
Mm.
but then COVID happened, so it was kind of hard to decide. One of the things that he likes better about this is that a lot of people who wasn't coming even before COVID, like the 2019 seems like that was the last really, really one good one, like the one yesterday, and like the one this weekend, and then you had this one. For me, comparing it to my first Tinley, it
Mhm.
wasn't just about the people, it was about the animals. I felt like the vendors brought
Yes.
out their best of the best.
Yes. Yes. And even then, like I didn't there was a lot of quality. Like I'm not even into ball pythons. Even I saw ball pythons, I'm like, oh, like I would buy that. Like there was just a lot of dope things. And then even amongst all of that, just the camaraderie in the community, it was just a lot of fun overall. It was just
Yeah.
always something to do. If you come to Tinley and you say you're bored, just go home because it's not for you. Because there was way too much to do. I got so much content. I got more content than I even need. So it's gonna take me a while to sift through all of that and edit
And
through
get
it.
it all together.
Man,
Yeah.
so
Now I do wish the Wi-Fi was better because I also felt like because I don't even like to go live from shows. You know that. Like no, no, no,
yeah,
no, no. But it
right.
was so good that I attempted. But the Wi-Fi was just too grainy and shaky to, even make people suffer through that. Hey Maki, hey sis, hey Big Tang Hank. So yeah, so it was too like to even sift through that. So I just shut it down and just like feel like we can talk about it here. There's gonna be plenty of videos. There were so many people recording this time.
Oh yes.
Oh my goodness. Having Austin and Jaffe down here from Canada. First of all, shout out to Austin. We always knew King Austin was cool, but Austin is so cool. Really good enjoying having them down. Great seeing KG in person. Y'all know KG is like a big brother to me. Out of the quality animals that I have, he's one of the ones who really look out. Like, don't charge me an arm and a leg for an animal that I know I should be paying an arm and a leg for. So seeing him and D was amazing. And D being it was so funny. So, and I'll talk about this later, but it was a snake that I wanted day one that my husband was like, no. So D comes over and she like the little birdie on my shoulder. And so this is something that they always joke about, D and KG, is how D was the one who didn't like snakes at first, but then now she's the one who always want to buy all the high-end snakes. She was like, get it for Sunday's prices.
That's how it go. Because, man.
Hey, Ray. Angie, oh my God, the beautiful Angie. I literally bust out into dance when I saw Angie, who is as glorifyingly beautiful as she is on TV or in person. And then Jeff, like, you know how just God creates people to be very uniquely themselves, but the most awesome people. And that's Angie and Jeff. Like, even as a couple, like how that energy and, you know, how you guys are with each other is amazing. And that's truly, like, if you want an epitome of what relationships should be like, you know, just go a step there. If you can't hang out with the person you claim you sleep with, you with the wrong person.
we getting deep early. Right.
I'm just saying. Like, you ain't got to do everything together, right? But if you can't hang out, like where there's other people joking, laughing, and, you know, everybody, you know, because sometimes couples can be so uptight when they're around other people. Nah, we just had a great time at Big D's. It's just like being family. Where, let's talk about Big D's. Dre set us up. Let him explain that, because everybody was waiting, including Jeff, wasn't he, Angie?
So it's funny because the day after she told me that she wanted to get a picture with me and her husband because we had on the brightest clothes on Friday.
Shoes, the matching shoes, and they was like, "It's supposed to be."
Look, yo, they was liking my outfit. I don't care. I'm always bringing the heat. But no, look, Friday.
Yep.
Friday.
Yep.
So I go to my hotel room. I'm chilling. I'm like, all right, cool. Once I saw how far his house was from my hotel, my mind changed. So I was like, number one, I wanted to drink. Number two, I don't have no business drinking. And then driving that far back to my hotel in another city, I'm not doing that. And I knew I was going to be getting up early. I didn't want to be
in another city, which means he does it at home, though.
I didn't want to. Hold up. You talking trash about me, and how many of y'all was late because y'all was so groggy the next day?
I called my late. I wasn't late. I was on time. I told everybody when everybody was like, "We be there at 9, we be there at 8." I was like, "I'll be there sometime after 12."
I drove the 5 hours, and everybody know I was like, I'm here to I'm not buying nothing. My focus is to hang out with people and vlog. I paid for VIP, so I'm going to use that VIP. And I went in early. As tired as I was, I got a bunch of content. So I did what I was supposed to do, but maybe next time, because I was like, hey, I saw y'all in the live. You know, I jumped in the live for a hot minute. But yeah.
Yes. So I will say it was amazing seeing Brian Barcheck there. And let me tell you, so the story is that my husband and I we were just in San Diego with Ozzy. So we was trying to get Ozzy to come to Tinley, which, you know, the joke with Ozzy is he either said yes, no, or hell no, right? So we had him in the middle. Like, okay, maybe I'll come one day. So of course he didn't. So Saturday I started texting him, sending him pictures. It was like, see, you ain't here. What up? And he was laughing, LOL. Then I texted him that Brian Barczyk was there, and he texted me back, Caps, what? I'm like, yeah, you're not here. So that was just amazing. It would have been cool if he came because, like I said, it was all his buddies were there, but it was really cool to see Brian come. It was good to see. I finally got to meet Gavin from Balls to You. Who else did I was excited. And it was the craziest thing is the people that I saw the last time I didn't even like seek out. Of course, I'm gonna go to Mike because that's family. Mike is on the family. You must go over there. Do you need help list?
Mike is a staple in the whole show. You can't go and not go talk to Mike.
Mike just is. He's the epitome of Italian, like that Italian heart.
The coolest dude at the show.
Yeah,
just real cool. And I can't wait to go back and visit his collection.
Angie said we had a youngin with us, so we would have shut it down.
It's like they know how to party.
Yes, and then let's talk about it. I caught myself being reserved on the partying. I even cut myself off with drinking, all of that. Did I come back to the hotel room and y'all done turned the whole hotel into Club 21? I'm like, what in the world? I said the music changed and everything.
Yo,
they playing trap music.
Yeah, Saturday was a vibe for sure. We was in there with the 1s and 2s.
Who was it? Think it was somebody from Villanova Reptiles. He went live, and he got all of y'all in the footage. Just FYI, the whole entire club going down was in the footage.
I would have had one more drink. I was this close to getting on that bar hitting. It was
so that was hysterical.
Fun. It was just
we thought we left when it was like I was like no, because I was finished drinking. My husband could have kept on going, and I'm like no, I just want to go and lay down.
Bartender was setting him up. He's like another one. He was
yeah. She was like yeah, and then Joffy come over there and he asked for water. She said.
I know y'all ain't have to let me eat them tacos, them nachos, but myself.
I'm sorry, that was too much, and they was all
totally. I got it to loaded. Share.
Oh,
I wasn't.
Yeah, I was already full because we ate right before the auction.
I hadn't eaten since 11, so I wanted to get something because I knew we was gonna be drinking. But speaking of the auction. I went live on Instagram and I had a lot of people who had negative things to say about the auction. And
really?
They didn't like, of course, to get raunchy. They didn't like, the part I recorded, of course, was I went live. They auctioned
the big balls.
Yeah, so people were just like, there's kids in there or that's completely inappropriate. And
they announced in the beginning because I didn't
even respond to it because my thing is, number one, this is how I know you've never been to Tinley. Tinley is an experience. It is not your just typical local show where you buy an animal and you're going about. No, it's a full-blown experience. Mm-hmm. Number two, they tell you and warn you it is not for kids.
Yep.
You choose to bring the kids in there, and they completely understand, and that's up to you.
That's your parenting decision.
Number three, I refuse to argue or comment back to someone who didn't even come out to support the show. But I got like 5 comments
from reptile people,
and I'm just like, out of everything that's going on, y'all upset about some penis plushies? Really?
How much did they sell for? That's what's impressive.
Man, I was at the table that bought them. Oh, the pictures on my phone is crazy. Like, yo.
And then they had the eggplant.
Yeah. It was.
But what's impressive, and I'll give you an example. Derek gave us a cinnamon bowl python. Y'all know that's about $100 at max, $200 snake, even if it's super pretty, to donate to the auction. And we sitting there, and I'm scratching my head because that snake sold for almost $2,000. I think it was $1,800 to be exact. So now, mind you, you in a room full of reptile enthusiasts, long-term breeders, the world first creators, and all of that. Someone paid $2,000 for a $200 snake as to just donate to USR.
Somebody also paid $7,000 for a $400 game system.
Yes, which was insane. And then something else went crazy for $21,000. Was it the little? No, it wasn't a little car. Something else went for like $21,000. So they ended up collecting a total of $141,000 in that one session, that one little auction. And don't get me wrong, there are some things like them blankets of value. There are some things that is, if you are a reptile person, it's very valuable, but not $20,000 valuable, right? But people would pay for it to donate to the auction. So that's the point. The point is it frustrates me when people who own animals say anything unfavorable about the donations. You can disagree with a lot of things, right? But as an animal lover who never had to pay an attorney, and like I always make that, it just to get on the phone with an attorney and just tell them what kind of animal you have, taking you 15 minutes for a great attorney, especially one that knows politics, is going to be about good $500, $750 for that little 15 minutes. Just that little, this is my animal. We don't have to do any of that. And then all these other people, I didn't buy anything for $10,000 from the auction. I did this year upgrade my membership with USR, but my point is that I'm grateful to be in the presence of the people who make it happen. And if someone decides to bring their children into a place, this not new, right? It's just like I feel about people who bring their kids to the bars and then don't want people to smoke. Well, it's a bar. They're not smoking at Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese kind of hood, but that's why my daughter's never been, and she probably never will. Project babies.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. So what Maki say, look, I'm a big rainbow energy and I would avoid it. Let me tell you something, Maki, your energy at Tinley would be amazing. And you would be a great person to like do your own like interviews and stuff, because people would love you at their booth just with that natural energy. Good morning,
Let's also throw in the fact that we were all drunk. The auction is what started it all. And it was Nicole's bright idea. It was like, okay, we're going to go to the bar in the hotel.
It wasn't. That was D's. D did
I heard you say it.
Yeah, because I had to, D told me, and then I had to call in the troops because everybody else was over there where I was. So it was, for the record, it was D from Ball Projects, which, and I even said to my husband, I said, D got that Asian in her. D walking around here like she ain't been drinking. We go over here to another bar and we already tore up messing with D. And she the only one in that place looked like she got some sense.
I mean, I was cool to like.
If your business is established, Ray, yes. Now, as even in your personal taxes, though, if you're donating, yes, it's a donation. It's just different when you're doing it with your business.
She called it Mom Juice.
It is Mom Juice. That's the name of it. That's the official name. Wait a minute. My husband Angie asked, "What is that? They walking around the green stuff? They walking around with in their pockets?" I said, "That's Mom Juice."
I ain't never heard it referred to as that, Mom Juice.
Oh yes. Oh, you didn't see that episode of Celtic Balls? When I tell you, it was hilarious. She was interviewing Angie from Jaw Pythons, and they was, drinking the Mom Juice. And that episode went, I think it was her longest running one, but it was like a comedy show. Oh my God, I could watch it
That's
over and
funny.
over. And then the husband's trying to get them to disconnect. And they thought they was winning, then they lose and come right back. It was
Oh, that's funny.
hysterical. It was hysterical. Yep, Boggy, just start planning for it now. Let's start planning for that. I will tell you that the unfortunate thing this year, what we paid for airline tickets this year was like almost double of what we paid last year. So, well, it wasn't even last year. That was March. We keep saying last year. That was
crazy.
March.
Oh, I booked my room for March already.
So you staying there? I like staying away. I like staying where we are. Like not being in the main venue.
I've never been in the main venue, but I'm tired of having to drive.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I did book at the Even Hotel this time. If I don't have to move my car, then I'm not gonna move my car.
Yeah, my mom juice in a portable. She sure did. In a thermal.
We call it liquor.
Yes, Maki, it's 2 shows. So you have one in March and then one in October. So
Go
if
to
you want to
both, 'cause you get
pick
a different
which one,
experience.
I'm going to suggest the one in October.
Yes.
And let me tell you what's odd. For me, the weather is better here in October than it was in March. It was freezing cold. Yes, it was freezing cold in March. Actually, yesterday, we went to the mall. It was really nice here.
You got a point. Yeah, it is.
It was really nice. If you really think about it, even though like that first day was a little, second day, Saturday was a little chilly, it wasn't like last year. Because last year, literally.
What's going on? Hey, Gershon, that man is a fool, man. He was trying to
got GP drinking.
Man, Gershon is my guy. I hung out with him tough like all day yesterday, actually. It was Saturday into yesterday. And as cool and quiet kept as he's trying to act, hey, that dude could party, man.
Yeah, he had a good time. It was good to see him have a good time. It's always, and that's another thing. You get to see people let their hair down, really
literally
enjoy themselves,
Them kids must be stressing him out because my boy was drinking with purpose. You know what I'm saying? Me, him, and Jeremy was at that bar. And it just went downhill from there. Got a Charlie horse. We were laughing. I lost my voice. And that's pretty much it. Like, it was just like, it was crazy. Jeremy definitely is a fun dude to be around. Jeremy Turgeon from Nerd, fun dude, man.
Always,
down to earth, man. That's my
naturally. Jeremy is all about the good aura, all about the good spirit, laughing, joking, always.
I could talk to him all day, and it was just nice to, the people that you talk to on social media, hang out with them, see him in person, and it's never awkward. It's never nothing crazy. Like,
well, I think Elias said it the best in one of his posts. He said that there are no egos, and when he did it, he posted all the pictures of all who he considers celebrities, and we were there. But he was just saying that, whether it was Brian Barchak, whether it was Garrett Hartle, like, there were no egos. And that's what I love about it. That day on Brian Cusco, he cracked me up every time.
Yes.
Brian be lit from the moment he walked in that door, and I'm going to stay lit the entire time. If you don't like light, don't come over here.
This show was, for me, I've never taken so many pictures with people. I've never met so many people who are fans of my YouTube or my TikTok. Like, I felt like a celebrity. I'm not gonna lie. I literally took like 30 pictures with people, and I was just like, like, this is crazy. And this is the side of the community that nobody talks about. Everybody talks about the negative, or nobody talks about how at Tinley we literally all come together. And also, I bet you nobody will mention the fact that they had a vet there checking on the animals, and there was not one issue. Not one issue.
And you know what? And they were there. Like, we were, even the last day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, they serious. Like, they really got the animal police in here. hold on. And I don't know if I didn't notice this before. I mean, I knew that it existed, but I want to talk about the process. So, the animals that I purchased at Tinley, of course, we had to have shipped back. The red line shipping process was seamless. I want to shout them out. Seamless to get your animals shipped back. I felt very comfortable because y'all know I took them animals back over to the hotel with me. I babysitted them for the weekend, and then I brought them back to ship. Yes.
I don't ever want anybody to tell me that I have a problem with animals. This lady bought 6 animals in less than 24 hours.
Wait a minute, hold on. Because all of a sudden, my headphones decided to clip on. Hold on. I'm like, where? All of a sudden, I can hear you. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I said this lady bought 6 animals in less than 48 hours.
Well, wait. No, because think about it. The one from yesterday, I didn't get Sandy. He kept saying no. He was still saying no. And then gone.
Point is, this girl got 6 animals.
Yes, Mike. Oh my God, the weather was so good here yesterday. Like we came out.
Hey, my guy, Mike. It was nice. So when we left the show, we went to grab some food and we just chopped it up, hung out. It was a vibe. It was cool. And that's like the best thing I do like about the show is like when you follow people on a regular and you just kind of talk to them, get one-on-one time with them, and just kick it with them. And Mike is a good dude, man. Cool dude for sure.
Well, I thank Mike too because he very intellectually also assisted in helping me get my husband on the side of getting that snake from straight fire. So I appreciate you, Mike. I think that your support was needed. We as constrictors, I can tell you this: not one person said to my husband, "No, man, she shouldn't get that." Everybody, they couldn't even look at it long or get. I can start saying the genetics, and by the time I get to Lace, they was like, "Oh, she needs that."
That's probably why you didn't ask me.
I had to get people who were relevant to ball python breeding to understand because that snake wasn't cheap to be able to build the value, the value.
I probably would have been like, "Ain't no way I'm spending that on no ball."
And and see, you would have messed it all up for me.
Blame it on the black man. That's crazy.
But yeah, it wasn't not one person who could say to him, "Nope, she shouldn't get that."
So one of my favorite parts about the show was me, Gershon, and Mike took that. We remade the Spider-Man meme and we took that picture. Man, that was so much fun.
I actually think I commented on that.
Yeah. It was funny because like while we're taking a picture, some lady was like, "Y'all do look alike." We all just kind of looked over like, shut the hell up.
Y'all do not. None of y'all.
But it was a lot of fun to do that picture. I didn't think it was gonna blow up as much as it did. It was like 500 likes on that picture. But man, it was a good time. The memories now is definitely what I look forward to. I still got a ton of pictures to post. And after I take my nap, I'm gonna get to that.
The other point I want to make, and this is more for vendors. I'm not going to say the vendor, but I can say this on Friday for the VIP. Keep in mind that most of your people who are in there Friday for the VIP is the people who spend a lot of money with you, right? Yeah. And if the person that you have at your stand is not a people person or not great with customer service, that's not the person you leave behind while you're still setting up. Like, I understand you might be running back and forth to the car, whatever. You bring your best person because me, I don't make no big deal about it, but I don't care who you are, I won't ever spend money with you again if that's how I feel. The only thing that saved this vendor is because I know that the person that I normally deal with or the person that I would normally see at shows, whether it's Tinley or other shows, it's not that like that woman that was there at Reptile Basics. I'm going to say it. At Reptile Basics yesterday. And I spend a lot of money with you. Nicole Tisdale, look me up, check my register. And you might want to tell the person at least Be kind to everybody, not just the people who spend money with you. But the point of my purpose is that people like me won't ever spend a dime with you.
And ultimately, there's no point for that. In a show like that, you're gonna lose out on a lot of money because it's really just unnecessary. And granted, you may have a bigger name, but there's other vendors that probably
Hell
have something
yeah.
similar to what you have.
Well, I'll give you an
So,
example. I already stopped buying heat panels from them. I started going to Helix because I think that outside of because the other one up in New York has stopped making them. That's who I got the first one from. Pro Products. Yeah. They were at first they had gotten so behind because through COVID because of the supply chain issue,
mhm.
and then they just stopped making them. So what we did was I started. In fact, I bought all the last 8 because I always buy extra because I always end up buying new enclosures. They were all from Helix, so that's one item that I used to only buy from them. Outside of Pro Products. And I stopped, but I don't have to get like your red stuff, all that stuff. You can
Right.
get from anybody. Actually, I only get the VE racks from them because they're closest, so the shipping is cheaper. And they're black. I love them because they're black. But sea serpents can ship those same thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I can just pay the extra $50 or $75 for sea serpents. My point is, if you're going to be at an expo and you are in that VIP day, not just that VIP day, but I'm specifically that day because normally that's when people are going to try to talk to you because that's why they pay for the VIP, so they don't have to filter through all the other people when
Right.
Saturday and Sunday come. You want your best customer service driven person there, and let me just say, ARS, we know that's way bigger than you, and every person who was there was very accommodating, interested in what we purchased, just want to talk
Yeah.
to their customer, and that's what it's supposed to be about. And so if you want to continue to do business with me, then I suggest not just me, because I'm sure other people felt that way, but people like me will not buy from you.
Hey, I don't blame you, and that's crazy because I've never had like a bad experience with anybody at Tinley. So that's crazy that you had that, and yeah, they need to work on that because ain't no reason for
Hmm.
that.
And it's
That's
not the
trash.
first time. Somebody else said that before. Like I said, I just know that that was the first time I experienced it. But
Mhm.
even when they're normally like at the Pennsylvania shows and stuff like that, and the person that I deal with when I'm actually ordering heat, the man is not like that. So whoever she was, she's probably not. That's probably not her thing. Sometimes people are introverts, but you find your extrovert.
It's cool to be an introvert, but get out of an extroverted field because people are gonna want to talk. And again, it's Tinley of all shows.
Right, right. You know
Everybody
how
talks.
many I was saying, how many introverts is at Tinley?
Even then, you know how many people that are YouTubers and vloggers that are there with cameras. Whether you want to be seen or not, you gonna end up on somebody's vlog or something. That's just how it goes. There's
Yep,
way too many people that are on YouTube for it not to happen.
yep.
Over it.
So that's another thing that I wanted to point out. I wanted to shout out all the vendors who brought out your A1 animals. And I don't know if that was because of how they knew that the animal police were going to be there, whatever. I don't know, but I will tell you that people brought out their superstar
Every,
animals.
every animal that I've seen at that show looked great.
Yeah, and it was so good to see some of it. Like it was so much. And if you was there to spend money, you had so many. Well, if you didn't have any intentions to spend money, you ended up spending money. That would be me.
You had too
But
many options. Like
yeah, it was too
way
many
too many
options. That's there you
options.
go. There you go. Like if
Yeah,
you want to
like
Exantic, it was the best line of Exantic everywhere. The best of the best VPI.
yes.
Like the
I
best of the
saw
best.
so many blood boas,
Oh yeah.
so many, and they were beautiful. And people kept asking me, "How are you not spending money?" I left my debit card in the hotel room. I ain't stupid.
Right.
Like, I got these upgrades I'm working on. I know I can't be spending money, but I still had a ball. Even not, I didn't buy any. I mean, I bought food and stuff, obviously, but outside of that, man, I had a ball. Great show.
Yeah. And Elias, I don't know if it's because they just, they new to the game that the customer service was just so good. Like I said too, I never had to use any other shipping companies before because I never purchased at the show and shipped it. I'm normally where I can purchase and drive it, or and last year I think we purchased supplies, but oh, we purchased the animals after we left, or had them shipped back home after we left. But
Uh-oh, we're losing the code. Okay, we lost you for a minute.
oh, the internet. So that's another thing. The internet, they definitely need to consider stronger internet sources for the venue.
Yeah. Because Mike took a picture of me holding in a like a $7,000 table yesterday, and I didn't get the pictures until after we were leaving
Yep.
Culver's for me to get on the road. But it's weird though. I myself didn't have any service. Like I could send and they sent fine, but it took his phone forever to send. But yeah, even with the Wi-Fi, it wasn't great.
Yeah, because like I said, the Wi-Fi will go in and out. And the same thing when my husband would take a picture and text me something, it would take some time for me to get it. Yeah, Esteban. He was reluctant, but it worked. It all worked. The
So that's
funniest
all that
thing
matters.
is
It worked.
the funniest thing is the story of the Anki monitors. I got to tell you how that happened. I'm going to blame Mike for that. I had no intent on buying Anki monitors. So when I came, I wanted to see the emergency, and Dre knew this. And if Mike had said to me that you don't have to build a big enclosure or, a decent sized enclosure for lifetime, for the emergency, I would have got it. But he was holding at the time this cutest little monitor lizard. And I went and grabbed it out of Mike's hands. I thought it was Mike's. And I'm like, oh, it's so cute. He said, I bought it here just for you. I know you really wanted to take a monitor home, blah, 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 blah. And I go, oh my God, Mike, that is so nice. I'm like, but no, you didn't have to do that. He was like, yeah, I had to because I don't care. It's not mine. And we bust out laughing.
Hey, he a comedian, man.
I said, well, who is it? Right over there. So it was
Sim
was it
container.
Tony from Sim Container. And I end up going over there, and now I'm holding two of the monitors. And then Tony said, "You really like them, huh?" He said, "Well, they're like, well, the one guy said 500, but Tony said it was a different amount. But because they already told me 500, he said, oh no, since we said it, because it was a different line. It was the higher level line of the Anki monitor, and it should have been a little bit, a couple $100 more. But he said, well, I'll tell you what. You want to get a couple? I said, yeah. He said, go ahead, get both of them. And I got both of them for 500. And then he threw in a third one. So that was pretty cool. So this is one of those, not impulse buys, because I definitely know how to set up larger monitors, but the Anki is definitely a different setup for me because I'm doing everything smaller in my head. Because I'm thinking they need this and that, and by them being so small, I really want to just keep them in something a little smaller for right now, he said. So I just still think I want to kind of start off with a 40 breeder, but I'll see.
You got some time because they small. So
That's
you
what he
got some
said.
time.
That's what he said. He said put them in, like a little 10-gallon, if anything.
You
For
already
right
know
now.
what I'm excited for.
What?
You and your carpet.
Oh, my carpet. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. So first of all, let me just say this. So the same one of this guy had a bunch of blood pythons too, Dre. He had a bunch
Okay.
of colubrids. He had a scaleless rat snake that was just beautiful. And how we got into a conversation with him is I said, oh my God, Dre got one of these. I'm like, this thing is really pretty. It's up front, it was like a red and black. Pretty.
What table was it?
Hold on, I gotta look at the card again. I'll get it. I'll get the card out of here. But he had like some amazing animals. So then he had these carpets, baby carpets. So I didn't, I've never seen them even that little. They almost was like corn snake size.
Right.
And he was like, "Now you want?" I said, "Can I hold one?" And he said, "Just so you know, it's a little nippy as babies." I said, "I already know this." I'm like, I'm going in knowing I'm about to get bit. But I go in and I pick them up, and she just looked at me and just kept looking. I was like, okay, when you going to bite me? Just let's get it out the way. We just looking out the way. Never. So I said, I want her. I want this one right here. Get her back to the hotel thinking, okay, she going to be a little nippy. Get her out, very inquisitive, but not nippy at all. And I even had to force her back into her little container, not nippy at all. I'm happy I got that one. I just and that's what I was telling my husband. She's not nippy now, so all I gotta do is handle her for 2 minutes a day, and she won't be ever be nippy. That's the beauty of getting them as babies. I feel opposed to getting them bigger. My only concern is that I hope because she's real little. She's right now she's on fuzzy mice, and I don't breed fuzzy mice. I would have small rats, fuzzy and pinky
Live or
rats.
frozen.
Oh, she'll take it, so I can get her. Yeah, because I don't want to give her. I don't want to have live fuzzy
You could,
mice. So
like I
I'll
said, you could
see.
always just do frozen. That way, you could stock up on it, and you don't have to worry about it. You can get those
Yeah,
pretty much anywhere.
but are they good at taking frozen? Okay, so yeah,
Carpets
so she's
have
so
carp,
tiny.
carpets have a ferocious appetite, which is why a lot of people are so bothered by them. And again, you got to remember they're cousins to green tree pythons, who also have a pretty
That
nice
thing ain't
appetite.
nothing like that thing ain't nothing like a green tree python.
They'll get bigger than a green tree python.
Right, and I'm okay with that as long as they don't like the green tree python is just always on fire. The carpet is on fire, but not like
Did you
on
see the
fire.
big? Did you see the big female jungle carpet they had there?
No, I saw the big anaconda. He was really nice too, but I wasn't fooled.
The yellow one or the green one?
The yellow one.
That dude.
Ooh,
The green one on the low side, on the low ceiling side where Dave Kaufman was.
uh-huh.
I'll get to that. There's
Okay.
there was a big, beautiful female adult jungle, and I really wanted to buy it, but I was just like 1,200. That's a little on the steep side for a jungle carpet. I don't really want to pay any more than like nine. Well, I don't really want to pay more than 1,000. I'll say that. So going back to that yellow anaconda, this he was charging people to take pictures with that thing.
Yeah, so we saw I didn't take no picture. I wasn't paying that.
It was
I saw
cool, but I'm like, you a random person, I don't know you, so
exactly.
I'm vlogging, and he had it out, so I'm vlogging, so it's in the shot, and I go to zoom in, and he moves the snake out the way, and was like, yeah, you gotta pay. I was like, bro, I got my own yellow anaconda at home, and
Exactly
you a
home.
nobody. I'm not paying you shit. Got my
Right.
face, man. Nah, that nah, messed up my damn videos. And I gotta take that part out, fucker. But anyway, it was a fun show. I had a lot of fun. Mike and Elias talking about they was awkward. Man, we had a ball with y'all. It was a good time.
Who said
Wasn't
that?
Mike and Elias was like, oh, we was awkward. I was like, man, it was a vibe. We had fun.
Yes, yes. And it was so
Had
good
a
to see.
lot of fun.
Elias had the time of his life. He was having a good time. And I love the fact that um he made it very matter of fact to get pictures with everybody. Like everybody that and I think that was pretty cool. Because
Seeing
you
his
never
pictures,
know.
seeing his pictures made me happy. I was like, yeah, you're living his best life. That's what it.
Yeah, that's how
To
you
play
do it if
with
you gonna
y'all,
come. Right.
come to
Right.
play with y'all at all. That's what's up. It was. I'm already looking forward to March. I wasn't gonna go to March, but Mike was like, "Well, we're gonna do our collab in March." So I was like, "Well, guess I gotta come to March
Yeah.
now." So
Well, no,
it's
I
a good
think, like
time.
I said to my husband, I don't even have to go to the other ones. Like, I think for me, March Tinley and October Tinley is the where I must be. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
do want to go to Daytona next year because I missed it, unfortunately, this year due to the death of my brother. But, I just want to go to Daytona because it's by the water. I'm a water girl. But as far as true experience, like, I can just do Tinley. And I think that like even like you were seeing how the setup where the location is and just being able to come right across the street to the hotel and not have to worry about driving too far or anything like that because it's a turn up. It's a lot of fun even if you are a person who may not be into all the fun. I will say this, that is the camaraderie and the partying is one of my favorite parts of Tampa, like to be honest. But if you're not, the animals were amazing.
yeah, for sure. Just the people that you look up to or you keep up with, just to see them just kind of decompress. They're walking around chilling. have just a normal conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's dope. So it was a lot of fun. But we had 45.
Good morning, Derek. Shout out to Big D again, making a fabulous time at his house on Friday. And like really manage his own table this year, you know. So shout out to him. Always great hospitality. And he literally opens his doors. But we always say if somebody shouldn't be there, we'll definitely let him know, you know. But it was amazing and it was cool because you know, Austin and Jaffe and all of them came over there too, so that was pretty dope. Um, Derek, did you end up selling any more of the chipper? He was actually selling some of the chipper too, which is he's a distributor for, so that was pretty cool. Mike says sea serpents will always give customer service from my experience. Great talking with them at the shows. You know what? And let me tell you something. That's facts. And let me tell you, he had a major scare when he was building my incubator. And so my incubator was supposed to be shipped on one day. That man messaged me from the hospital. Chris messaged me from the hospital. His customer. Like from the hospital. I'm like, you don't have to explain. You ship it when you can ship it. You know, I know it was already made. I know it was coming, you know. But just insane. Customer service is very important. Yeah. Let's see.
So
I might have missed Tinley, but I did purchase a new pet. Oh, that's what's up. What did you
if you
get?
if you get nothing else from this podcast, you need to be there in March. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Make
Because
it, and then you know, people make it like it's such a, don't get me wrong. If you're planning on buying animals, it may be a, well, not even that, depends on the type of animals you're trying to buy, but it can be a very inexpensive experience if you plan it out early enough. And this is time to start planning. I will tell you now, if you're planning on being there and you want to stay in the host hotel or a hotel close to it, you want to book it now.
but look, I got back at 10:30 last night. I went and checked on my snakes. I came home, I laid down, I booked my room. I was like, we booking this now. And another thing I like about it also, and like you said, you can also treat it like a vacation. Like you can come and go to the show as you please. Like you said, y'all went to the
Yep.
mall yesterday. Do
Yep.
whatever you want. Look, y'all know I was still in birthday mode, so it was nice to be with people that I wanted to be with. People was buying me drinks. I'm buying drinks. It was a good time, and we was
Yeah.
partying. I felt it the next day, but it was worth it.
You
Like it
might
was
say if your
fun.
socially awkward self can
That's what.
chat with
Yeah,
folks, anyone can. I don't
hit
even
me like.
consider Mike socially awkward, but
Nah, man. We had a good time.
Mike
We was
who?
chilling. We was chilling. It was a vibe for sure. So there was
Yeah.
there was no awkwardness at all.
Good morning. Good morning, John.
Morning.
Now, the other thing is, and I'm going to suggest this for the auction, I think that I want to understand the table process because I think if they pre-sale, like make the table sales, like
It
pre-sale
seems
and
like
make
it.
it bigger.
It seems like it changes every show. I'd be confused.
Right. And that wasn't good. And I think they ended up changing it, you know, but some people had already left because they didn't know how the process really was. But what I think they should do is allow people to reserve tables for a price. I'm not saying, you know, for a price, you know, and then maybe if there is a capacity issue, you know, have another set of tables or area for people who want to just donate. But I think that if you do it for a price, you'll actually make it better. Like say for instance, if in order for us to have a table of 10, it's $20 a seat, you know, whatever that number is.
I never understand because they be like, oh, you got to buy a ticket, and then when you get to the auction, they just let you walk right in. They don't check for a ticket. And I'm just like,
Right,
what was the
right.
point?
And
Because I didn't pay. I found the ticket on the floor, so I was like, cool. I'm gonna say, no,
but they didn't ask for it.
exactly. That's why I was just like,
But they did last year.
yeah. Like I
Last year
don't
they
know.
did.
It seems like it
So I
changes
think
every
they
time.
should. Yeah, it has to
You
be systematic so people not confused. Or maybe when you purchase your VIP ticket, you can also purchase a table. Because I'm gonna tell you what they'll benefit from, and this is just psychology. If you have a group of like-minded people at one table, you will find you'll make more money at the auction. Because like even think about when all of us sat together last year, we kind of like some of those jokes to buy some of that stuff came out of us just joking about it, and Antoine said, okay, let me just go here and put you know what I mean, let me just, like, it came out of jokes. And I think that or you might get people to say, see something they really like and say, shoot, you put this together, come on, let's get this together, let's make the donation together. Because the one thing is that there are animals sometimes that's being donated. So whoever got that lizard, who won the who auctioned that got the lizard for Mike, you got quality, regardless of what you paid for it. You got
it'd
quality.
be some it'd be some dope stuff. I mean, 3-6 berms, it'd be a couple ball pythons. Um, yeah, it'd be some stuff in there. It's and a lot of liquor. Somebody always donating some damn liquor.
Yes,
Going
yes,
for like
yes.
8, 9, 3,000, 5,000. I'm like, Jesus, this liquor better be good.
Look, so Elias, I determined that the Ackies would be greater for, because my Skylar, my granddaughter, she's not all the animals are her animals in her mind, but Jaden, my middle grandchild, he does have a cutoff. He has a cutoff as to I'm not touching Larry. His ass too big. Um, he'll like to see Larry. He'll go in there and everything, but he don't want to touch him like Skywood. I think with the Ackies, like the ball pythons, he'll be easier or more willing to just pick them up because they're so small and they're so cool, but they still are got the whole little monitor for them. I really like them. It was pretty cool. Not big at all. Like the full grown ones I could still hold in, I mean, not necessarily needing two hands, but you might, if you want to hold them properly, you might want to have one, like the head in the one hand and the rest of the body in the other, but not too
They're,
much at all.
they're a true dork monitor.
I saw the
Pretty though.
female jungle one for like
Yep,
1,200.
yep, yep.
I don't think I saw the green anaconds. I did see the yellow. Hi, Kara Shay. I didn't even know you were there. I would have loved to have met you. Let's see. Arlington would be like that if more of you would come down this way. LOL.
Even even for the people who have been to Arlington and go to Arlington, they said it's a good show, but they said that they still like Tinley better. I do want to go to Arlington. I haven't been there.
Well, I mean, Texas is a nice place to visit, period. I just think that again, because I like the networking and the camaraderie more than anything, I want to be at the show where everybody else is going to be,
I,
to try to minimize it.
I think Tinley is that show because it's centralized. It's in the middle. Everybody's
That makes
traveling.
sense.
So I
That
mean,
makes sense.
I know at Arlington, you got a couple of heavy hitters there, but Tinley seems to be that show. But the one thing that I will say, like shows like Arlington and the shows in LA and the show in Florida has over Tinley is the space, because those shows they got this big, it's the big warehouse floor, so they have animals out and stuff like that. Where
Okay.
Tinley, it's more of like it's not a lot of room. The aisles get tight,
Right.
so that's the only thing. But I mean, it's not enough to make me not go.
Oh,
I'm,
Kershaw
I'm
says she
going to
bought
keep
some
going
tipper
back.
from Derek. Awesome. Well, I can tell you this. Everybody who used the chipper say it's really, really good. I said the next time that I go up to PA and I can actually like get with Chris and them. I'm gonna get some from Chris when I'm up there. But everybody said I seen it when I went to Warfel. So Jeremy Warfel, he actually has a video. If you go to Warfel, Jeremy Warfel's channel,
Waffles
yeah,
more.
Warfel's more. He actually did a video and he'll show you the difference between the three different substrates and why he chose to go with the chipper. And I seen it in person when I went to his house in July, and I definitely can see what he mean as far as the better quality and the less dust and stuff like that. If you want to split on a room close to the convention center, hit me up. Yeah, that would be exactly. That's another thing. Good point, Elias. Like if you start planning now, and look, I will tell you this: whoever you plan it with people who bout it. Like for real. Because what you don't want to do is to be inconvenienced. So if you plan it now with someone who definitely wants to go, get the room together. Like make it another party. Like if I was single or wasn't married or whatever, I would come with 3 or 4 of my shoot, maybe me, Candy, Melody. You know what I'm saying? Like some people who I just really enjoy, wanting to be around or would want to be around, would want to meet for the first time. Hey, meet me up here. We're gonna meet together at Arlington. Anything like that. So definitely try to do that because that's another way to make the trip not so expensive.
Also,
I'm
make it
going to
enjoyable
Tinley in
too. When you
March.
go with like-minded people and y'all just having a ball, like
Yeah,
it's lit.
that's what's up, John. We'll see you there. I waited till the last second and found a steal on a room. 2 weeks early, they wanted 400 to 600 for a room. We stayed at the Hampton across the street. Yeah, that's where I always stay, Karashay. I always stay at the Hampton. But if you book it now, I think it's only like two something, like 250, 250 a night. So yeah, we always book it as soon as I get to the airport. I go go to the airport, sitting in the airport, book for the next time. Yeah, so definitely, I would love Mikey's energy. Mikey, you would have yourself a ball, and people would remember you for sure. Oh, Mike said the ship is the best he's used too. Okay, that's the boss silly. He's so silly. Look,
Hey,
let me
get
just
it how
tell
you
y'all.
live.
The funniest thing is if we wasn't honest about the giveaway, but we're honest people, I'd have made sure you had that flight, Esteban. We're honest people here though. But I'm so happy Elias won it because honestly, I wanted somebody and I kept saying that I love in the community, someone who truly like supports me and watch the shows, follow my videos, all that kind of
Listen,
stuff. So I wanted to be somebody that I really, really and I knew would enjoy it like Elias was. So that was like the thrill. Like Elias made it just so
listen.
incredibly great.
I was at the show, and Elias made me feel like I was missing out. I was going back to my hotel, like, what the fuck? How did
Right. I
I?
said Elias
What
is like
the,
the fuck.
like,
Elias had pictures with everyone. I'm like, when did you see that person? Like,
but
I didn't
look,
even
I
see
was
that
like,
person.
I didn't even know. Okay, and then I get on Instagram, and I'm watching his stories, like the stories he was telling about the Chicago train and everything had me dying.
Same.
Like, I'm like, yo, like it was just a vibe, but yeah,
But
that.
that's how you
Ooh,
do it. If you're gonna go, don't go to be all stuck up and afraid to, communicate because one of the things again, I think you get the best of the personalities of the people that we consider our idols at Tinley. I think they come to accommodate the people who they know are coming, not necessarily just to see their animals, but to see them.
I tell you what though, don't be afraid to talk to them because like one thing I've learned this show is that no matter what you're doing, you're always gonna have people. You got people you like, and then there's people that like your content. So there's and this is a situation that happened at Tinley. It wasn't nothing bad, but I had a friend that was at Tinley, and he was trying to get in with Dave Hoffman, and I was like, bro, like just treat him like a normal person, because he
Right.
he he asked Dave to come out, Dave was just kind of like, he kind of made like a face or whatever, and I was like, I mean, honestly, bro, like I would probably be the same way. Once you get so far in YouTube or once you get so high in the platform, you gonna be sketchy because he doesn't know you, so he can't do a collab with every person that asks him to do a collab.
Exactly.
So I was like, you
Exactly.
can't take it personal, and because he was like, I was sitting outside. This was before y'all walked up,
Hmm.
so I was sitting outside, and then Dave walks out there, and he's like, hey, we were just talking. He asked me how the show was going, so he sits down next to me, and we're literally just having a conversation. And so one of my friends was like, how are you so cool with it, like so nonchalant? I was like, I've never been a starstruck type of person. I was like, at the end of the day, he does the same thing I'm doing. He's just doing it on a higher level. I was like, but treat him like a
He's
person,
been
because that's all he is.
doing it longer and doing it longer, so he
Exactly.
has to build a greater following. That's it. I mean, 'cause
But
if you look at that like that, I can look at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you,
but even then though, me collabing with him isn't the only way I can, like, if I want to learn something from him, I can have a conversation with him, because I mean, treat him like a normal person, because that's all he is. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain people that I'm like, I'll never be like, oh, I gotta do a collab with you. Every collab that I do, I've been invited to do. So I'm like, hell yeah, bro. So I'm saying that to say, because there's, like I said, there's some people who will be like, oh my gosh, and some people, I guess, will meet their favorite YouTuber and then they don't get the reaction they expect, and I guess it makes them feel some type of way. And I'm just like, just they're normal people. Say, hey, how
right?
you doing? Can I get a picture? Converse with them. But if you just jump right in, like, hey, you want to come over and check out my collection, and then you got like 3 ball pythons and a gecko. It's like, what? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, no, I don't. Like,
I seen that before about 25 years ago.
you know what I'm saying? And also, this man travels to other countries to show us what animals look like in their natural habitat. So I
Welcome,
know the man
darling.
is busy. So it's just like, at the end of the day, keep your head down, hustle, hustle, hustle. And again, this is for the content creators, and the right people will come to check you out. Because I know everybody wants to get big on a platform, no matter how much people don't want to admit it. You want to at least be successful at it, because otherwise, why are
Right.
you doing it? So I don't know. I think Tinley kind of, as fun as it is, if you don't go in there with the right mindset, it can bring out the worst in some people.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But it's a good show for sure.
Yeah, like I
I
said,
felt
most of
I
it
felt like
start
a
playing
celebrity. I
now.
ain't
Well,
gonna
it
lie.
was different. Wait a minute, hold on. My husband just left out here. Let me tell you. Oh, he kept saying when we got back, don't tell my little celebrity wife. I said, stop it, baby.
Oh
At the
snap!
we were at the auction and it was this lady, and I don't know, like she came to the auction. She was she wasn't a YouTuber or anything. Like she said, because her son missed his flight and he made her come to the show for her. And she said, you got to get a picture, you got to find Lady T's Exotics and get a picture with
Man,
her. And this lady comes in, she with her husband, she pulls on me. She said, look, you don't know me, I don't know you, but my son missed his flight. He said, I got to get a picture with you. And my husband was standing right there. He was cracking up. And that happened, not that same scenario, but that happened throughout the day. But that one was, she purposely came to the auction because she knew that that's where she would probably see me. And she came to get that picture and left. And that was insane to me. But her son missed this fight and she had to come get a picture with me. So I took the picture. I told her to tag me on Instagram because I didn't get a chance to get her son's information. But so hopefully I'll get to, see who it is. And I told my husband that once I figure out, if she tags me, then I'll send her son, get his name, and send him a little special message. Because I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, he kept saying my little celebrity wife.
it's funny. I've and another thing, it is the best way, and a reminder that no matter how good or bad you think you're doing, somebody out there is enjoying your content.
Lucky.
Somebody is
Yep.
watching, and it's dope. So I had people. I was like, I recognize you from Instagram. I had a lot of people recognize me from TikTok. So I was just like, oh, that's new. And then I had some people recognize me from YouTube. So it was just, either way, it was dope, and it was nice to just have people appreciate what you do. And that's really all it is.
Yeah, and like I said, in that realm too, because I love the fact that, because if anything else, and if you look at the shirts I did, oh Dre, you didn't get your shirt. It's still in the bag. I'll ship it. I put them in the car just so I can remember to give it to you and totally forgot. But it's right here in the bag. I'll just mail it to you. I intended to give it to you though while we was here.
Nah, that's cool. Oh yeah, Nicole said she named one of her Ackies after me too.
No,
I'm
I did
excited about
not.
that.
I
Yes,
did
she did.
not. I'll be
We was at the
damned.
bar. We was at the bar.
Oh,
Yes,
who
she
said
did.
that? That's what Dre said. I So what I was going to say is, like, for me, before people recognize me as a breeder, I don't care how big I get as a breeder. I want people to recognize me first as an educator. And that is what I enjoy. Like people loving the videos for what they learned from it. And actually, let me tell you, this was one of my highlights, Dre. And my husband, we was talking about it when Gerd Hartle gave me my kudos for how amazing my content is, and like you're really like the queen of retics. And this is Gerd Hartle saying it to me, and then Jordan explained to him that she got into retics because of me, and then she found his videos. So I'm like, well, I mean, you found my videos before Garrett. Okay. She said because she was looking for women and retics, and so I came up before, like a Garrett. And I said that was pretty dope. So that was a nice little moment as well. Like, and again, I think that's another way that you reach a new realm is when the people that you follow notice.
Yeah.
Because you heard me say it when the retail guys kept coming to me, Dre. We was at the bar. I'm like, oh my God, like JK, follow me. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this man don't need to learn shit about retics, but maybe my husband said maybe the breeders are following you because they are amazed of how you can engage with your retics. So, they're following you for some reason, Nicole. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And then a couple people that was in the auction that I don't even know who they were, but knew who, I was, and knew, and it was retic related too. So that was pretty dope.
Speaking of the bar,
Esteban said, the day I meet Gershon, I'm a faint or just throw myself on him. Take me home, Gershon. He's so stupid. Take me home.
yo, Tinley is the show. Speaking of, Gershon said he was at the bar when you told me you was gonna name one of your Ackies after me. So I
did not.
witness.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Look at
That
the
was
comment.
Dre.
Look
That's
at the
Dre, because Gershon, because y'all the two people from the movie. So y'all twins. Y'all both lying. You're both lying. You're both lying. Y'all don't look alike.
You trying to say we're the same person?
Y'all don't. Y'all don't. I don't see how people see it.
Because we're black, Nicole, and we have locks.
That doesn't make people look alike.
Ma'am. We literally had a lady say, "Oh, y'all do look alike," without even looking at us. We all looked at her like, "Did you?"
Good morning, Keith fam. That is too funny. Keith, how y'all feeling today? Are you at work? Give me a shout out today so I can talk to you about those ASFs. No, she didn't, Gershon. Wait a minute. You missed it. Wait a minute, Dre. See, you so busy trying to get on the look what he said. That was a dig. He said the little one she was going to name after you.
It can't be a dig because I also said that at the bar too. I said name the small one after me.
I was really drunk. Really drunk.
Oh, so now you was drunk. That's crazy.
No, because I'd have laughed my ass off if you said that. I was drunk. Hey, Sammy. Keith got to see me at my most awkward. Him and Keisha are the first ones I seen. I even forgot to ask for a pic. Aww. Yeah, the family was deep. Dre stood us up at Big D's, but that's okay. And I waited. I waited an extra hour just to see if you was going to come.
Oh my God.
An extra hour. Oh, that was another funny thing. When Pat from Dragon Soul showed up at Big D's, and Big D said he told him on the phone, "You how you listen to a conversation. I got a special parking space for you." Man, when he pulled up, he had a parking space with his Dragon Soul picture on it and everything. He had made him his own personal parking sign. I was cracking up. I was like, that boy is a fool. That hospitality, Big D and his hospitality. He said Kershaw was on a mission. And I didn't get to see Stan from Sea of Serpents. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. And it's crazy because you can be in there for all those hours and don't see everybody. How is that even possible?
On 3 days.
On 3 days, exactly. But I didn't see Stan, didn't see him at the auction or anything, so I'm kind of like, dang, I really wanted to see him. Ray said, Dre, how tall are you?
I'm short. I'm like 5'9".
You ain't 5'9". You about 5'5".
God damn, Nicole, you probably know my social too. Get out my business.
No, because
Shit.
you only a tad bit taller than me. Just tad bit,
Okay.
slightly.
First off, mind your business. That's what we can do. That's what we gonna do. Jeez.
Ain't no damn 5'9". But
9 o'clock over here early, and you out here all up in my business. Hey.
It's 9 o'clock already. You know what? We said this one was gonna go too long. All right, let's check this.
45 minutes.
Let's check the chat. I ain't gonna lie, girl. Sean's taller than you two makes me look. Let's go to the chat. Make sure we ain't missing nobody. I'm spending my tax return before it's been filed. Maki. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Enjoy yourself. Get to look, live a little. It's one big cool ASF family. We done made nothing but love for all. Y'all real talk. Yeah, it's definitely one big cool. Look, I said ASF. I get it. I got it. I said ASF. I got ASFs on my mind. Keys. Wake up, Dre. Elias.
That's how you know. That's how you know Nicole old, because she had to go back like we didn't know what the hell it said. I said ASF. Yeah, the age kicking in. It's early. She ain't had her breakfast and vitamins
I
yet.
ain't had no coffee or anything. Literally, when I tell y'all we be rolling out the bed for this show, y'all be look.
That's why when you started, I wasn't at the camera. I was in there washing my face.
I'm like, wait a minute. I think it's almost 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, although it's 7 o'clock here. Let me check with Dre. And you was like, yeah, I said, okay, I gotta run to the bathroom.
Yeah, I forgot. I had to run out. I had to run out to my car and grab my light real quick. I was like, oh,
yep,
shoot,
Stan was there, Mike. He's in several pictures, so I just didn't see him. And we even intended tried to see each other that last day, but didn't happen. So that's average. Don't make me feel even shorter. He said that ain't short, that's average.
Hey, Nicole, you better not say shit smart either. You better not say shit smart. Because look, I had enough of you this weekend. I had enough of you this weekend.
Wait a minute. Shout out to Deanna. Deanna had the best post ever. She posted a picture of Dre talking about, I was this day old when I found out that Dre was an action figure.
Man, listen. She had me in the show ready to rumble.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Then she gonna inbox me on Facebook. Was like, I'm sorry, that wasn't nice. I was like, fuck you. Don't do that.
Hey, Dom. That was hysterical.
Yeah, whatever. You would be the one to think it's funny.
So you told me she played you, but I didn't know what you were talking about. So I saw it the next day, just scrolling through all of the pictures and stuff. I thought that was too funny. It was good. Always good to see her, though. Did Patricia ever come?
Nah, she
Okay, because I didn't see her.
She called me. She called me Friday night when I got back to my room. She called me and told me she wasn't gonna make it.
Okay.
But man.
And then Reggie, of course, was there, you know, with his fly gear, and it was good seeing the beautiful Brandis. She said, I have one eye open, y'all. Right, the like. Hit the like button, please. Hey, Hank. I just said. See? Well, hold on. This is why y'all should have a good spouse. I just said I haven't had coffee. Look who comes back in with coffee. Because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it.
Fun. I'm glad I made my little drive. Good.
Yeah, so y'all see the people who have a 5-hour drive, I would take that like any day. Like the people who in Wisconsin and Ohio, I would take that any day.
It's peaceful too. I drove
Well, I would do
it's
it
peaceful.
because you know how much good stuff I could have bought and drove back, like enclosures. They had some good
Yeah.
price enclosures in there. We was trying to figure out. We even shipped your reptiles when you ship an enclosure back. The prices was sick, y'all. If y'all wanted a 4x2x2 or 6x2x2, the prices was sick.
Mm.
There was
And it's
some that was already set up perfectly, like if you had monitor lenses or stuff like that, already put together for dirt cheap.
yeah, I saw a slightly used like 7 foot enclosure that was like $600. I was like, dang,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go get me a pickup truck.
Hold on, Angie, not blue. Hold on, let me go. Okay, I will. John. Hey. All right, so that's everything. So, Dre does have a job.
I'm
So
off
we
today,
gonna.
but yes, I
Oh,
do.
good. You still okay? All right. So I'm not
Yes,
rushing you. Go.
I took off. Fuck that. I told you when we got off of here, I was going back to sleep. What you mean?
Oh my goodness.
Fuck
So,
that job.
Angie, how long is the drive is that for you guys? I didn't realize they drove too. Yeah, I mean, if it was like literally like 5 or 6 hours or something like that, I would drive. I would drive. I would
Yeah, it's
drive.
real easy. The worst part about going there is the tail end of Indiana. All that damn construction they got. It's trash.
Oh,
But other than that, smooth drive.
yeah. I think that was the only disappointing thing for me. There was enclosures that we could have like bought right then and there for those for that Anki monitors, and it would have been perfectly set up. We could literally just went in there, put the substrates in, the daggone trees, and it would have been done.
I need
So
to buy
that's
me one of
the
them.
beautiful.
I need to buy like a truck and buy one of them trailers. If I could just put shit in there and then drive back with it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even if you don't like for us, we could have took one of our trucks and we got home and got everything we needed. It was just
How far a drive is it for you?
I think it was 11 hours.
Mm.
And my husband like
Yeah,
no.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't have drove that either. I
My husband
wouldn't have
like no.
drove that
See,
either.
I don't mind if we like especially in the being having like the flexibility we have, I wouldn't have mind. I mean, you can make that you can even stop somewhere. We can stop in Ohio and visit family along the way because I got family in Columbus and family that he kick it with, So that could have been I don't
Speaking
know, but
of, Ohio was in the building at Tinley. It was a lot of my
oh
people
yeah.
there. It was
It was
like
good
eight
seeing
vendors.
Justin from Pipeline.
8
Oh
vendors.
yeah. I think the vendor I got my carpet from was from Ohio. Hold on.
Yeah, it was straight
I'm supposed to
love.
be getting that card.
Oh, I
But
hope it's not
yeah.
who. If it's who I think it is,
So,
I know him well. That's my homie.
so. Hot Herps.
Nah,
Was
I don't
it?
know who that is.
Okay.
What's the name
All
on
right.
the card?
I'm just making sure I got the right one because like you said, it was on that side where he was on. There was multiple, but I
They
believe it was
have
Hot
like a
Herps.
they have like a green tablecloth or something like that.
No, they were right next to the people I think who had that substrate that I really like. Those beam substrates that I really like on the other side. But no, it was yeah, I call Hot Herps.
Okay, okay.
But he had bloods like that's on his card. He even had the bloods. So that's what I was
Oh,
looking
okay.
at.
Yeah, that's not him. That's
Yeah,
not
I was
him.
looking at the bloods first, and then I just had my mind made up. Nope, that carpet was looking at me. Let me just go ahead and hold her. And I'm telling you, even I took her out multiple times, and she's just been good to me. So she was my girl. It was so hard to put her, and I can see how inquisitive she is already. I just can't wait to get her home and get her comfortable. But I'm going to put her in something really small because she is. I didn't know I didn't know carpets came out that little. It looked like a dag on like colubrid. It's so little. Look just like a
Oh,
damn
tiny,
little.
tiny,
It's
tiny.
tiny, 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 tiny. So that's the cool part, and so that's what I felt, better about. I was telling because Jeremy Warfel, he was so excited that I finally got one, and I told him, I said, she's just so little. Like, I have never seen one this little, but she's
Yeah,
so cute.
won't be little
But
for long.
This was definitely, and I just hope, like, I hope the experience of the show doesn't shift downward. Like, if it can go get better, but this was like the epitome of what it could have been for me. I think the animals, like, again, the animals that people bought this time was just sick,
Yeah,
sick.
I don't think it'll shift downward just because of, what it's known for and this show. But we knew going in that this show was gonna be lit. I just don't think we knew how dope it was
How?
gonna be. But each time I've gone to Tinley, it's been better and better and better. But this show definitely was like the highest level of dope that I've experienced.
Yeah, and like I said, just everybody, even including some of the people. Like, I had no idea that KG&D was going to be here. Antoine told me, and I was like, oh my god. So that was pretty cool. And then,
I
like I
hate my
said,
guts right now.
what you do?
All right, it's not my fault. The peep game.
Okay, it says not my fault. That's the same
I'm
thing.
walking around.
That's the same thing Austin said about Keisha. It's not my
Look,
fault.
I'm walking. I'm walking around the show, and I walk up to this dude, and I'm like, "Yo, Antoine, what up?" And he turned around and was like, "I'm not Antoine." And I showed this to Antoine.
That person don't look up like no
Man,
Antoine.
come on! All I saw was the head, bro.
That
Antoine was
don't
like,
look
"I wouldn't
nothing like
even
no.
wear
He
nothing
wouldn't
like
be
that."
dressed. I was going to
I
say
was like,
Antoine wouldn't even
bro,
be dressed
look,
like that.
I was like, my bad. I wasn't thinking, but yeah. So Antoine was like, "Bro, I don't fucking like you."
Oh my god.
When I tell you, I was on the
Well,
floor laughing over there
If I saw
by
Antoine
Bob's
dressed
balls
like
because
that, I
that's
would
where he
have
was.
died.
Yo,
I
I
would
was
have
like, bro,
died.
I was like, bro, I thought this was you.
I would have died. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, and another
Oh
cool
man,
thing, when Redline finally, like, as they take your animal through each stage, they send you an email too, so you know where the animal is at in the shipping process. So
that's what's up.
yeah, but again, I'm not comparing it to Ship Your Reptiles or anything. I'm only familiar with Ship Your Reptiles, to be honest. But from a process of what I did yesterday, I think Redline made it seamless. Like, whoever thought of how can we do this to make the people purchasing animals at Tinley who got to get these animals back home through shipping, make them feel secure, make them know that their animals are locked up securely, all of that, they were phenomenal. And everybody we dealt with had great customer service.
That's what's up.
Oh, okay. So Angie said they dropped from Missouri. Okay.
I was supposed to.
Yeah, and then we actually saw parts like driving of this area. Well, we wasn't necessarily Tinley, but when we was going to the mall, like some really nice houses down here.
Man,
Like really nice. Like really, really, really nice. I was like, wow.
yeah.
I haven't seen any of that. All right, so I think we're gonna call it a wrap for today so Dre can get some sleep and I can get some sleep. We'll be flying back home today. Get to see my animals and prepare for
Safe
my
flight.
animals to arrive tomorrow. Yes, I'll be up bright and early at FedEx to receive them. Yes, Ray, I breed ASFs. I love my ASFs. They're my little gang members. That's one of the funniest things between the Reds and the ASFs. So the Reds are just in the bins.
Gang
When
members.
you open up the bins for the ASF, like they are.
All right, so I think Nicole is having some technical difficulties. We're gonna see if she pop back in. I ain't gonna end the show without her. See if she pop back in. But Tinley was definitely the show, man. Y'all gotta make sure y'all try to make it to the March show for sure because it's lit. I'm gonna be there. I'm sure Nicole gonna be there. Let's see if she's gonna pop back in. And this gives y'all an idea of the uh the signal keys. Hey, I gotta read the comments on my phone because apparently I can't get no access yet. You know, hey, got to end the show with my right hand. You know what I'm saying? Got to. If she popped back on, I just sent her a message. If she don't pop back on, then we all out of here. So we gonna see. Oh boy, the busyness. Well, maybe she's not gonna pop back on. So, well, I still can't end it though. I can only leave. But there we go. I
Sorry
wasn't
about
gonna end
that.
the
My
show
phone died.
without you. Oh,
Look, I told
okay.
my husband, I said, you might have to tell Dre. My phone just died. But yeah, so I was
No,
talking
I
about my
figured.
ASFs. They cool. I love my ASFs. Actually, it's hard to feed them, but they like little gang members.
Yeah, I told him I was like, I ain't gonna end the show without Nicole, so we gonna stay on here and wait for her.
Nice, Dre. I would have ended that shit. Keys, go to
No,
sleep.
look. That's what. Hey, hey, your husband's
Go
YouTube name
to
smooth as
sleep.
hell. You hear me?
Keith said YouTube doesn't keep up with the likes too. The show is over.
You hear me, Nicole?
Oh, that's so cool to see him in the chat. He's right
Look,
here.
look,
He's
look,
never in
look.
the
I
chat.
gonna say, hey, your husband YouTube name smooth as hell. Oh shoot!
Keith, that's who's busy. Keith, you
Hey,
on
he
one
on it
today,
today.
bro? Right? All right, so we really going to shut it down for real this time, the right way. Again, thank you guys. Share this out. Me and Dre will make this. Well, from the feedback, is already like a really dope podcast. So, we'll be back next Monday. I'll be home in my regular
Right.
background. I feel like I've been gone like all month for this podcast.
I didn't care how
So
late I got back last night. First thing I went to go look at my snakes. I pulled my berm out. Everybody doing good. So we're just going, hey,
yeah. That's
we'll be
always
back over
when
there
you get
later.
back. That's always the thing. The first thing I do is check everybody. Like you just put your eyes on them at least, even if you can't get them all cleaned up into the morning. You got to check on them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everybody, have a wonderful week. Kick off your Monday.
Right.
Please, please watch all the Tinley footage. I know there's going to be plenty.
A
Plenty. I
lot.
don't have plenty. So watch it, enjoy it, like experience from afar, but it's nothing like being there. That's my best thing. It's
Facts.
nothing like being there.
Facts. All right, everybody. We
All
out.
right. See y'all. Peace. Good night. Or good day. Good day. I'm still in tonight. Don't pay me no mind.
Go to
Good
sleep.
day. I'm going to sleep. Bye.